New one is bad. Old one is good. The end. The video's done.
Wait, are we recording?
Uh-oh.
Warning, warning. This video may contain spoilers. Hey guys, it's the silly couple here, Joseph.
And Victoria.
We're so glad for you to join us. This is actually our first official Wednesday movie/TV review. We decided we recently were able to watch both the original and the remake of the Aladdin movies. What's the original? 1992? We'll check the dates for the actual video here. But and then the remake, of course, from 2019? Was it 18?
19.
So we just recently watched both of those. We watched the original, then we watched the remake. So it gives us a unique perspective, I feel like, in comparing the two. So a lot of the times these reviews are not going to be comparisons like this. But I know we'll do this at least for The Lion King. We'll do it for some other remake videos, especially because we have Disney Plus. Let's use it, right? And that's also why I'm wearing the sorcerer hat. But so, what do you think about the original versus the remake? First, what do you think of the original Aladdin?
Very well done. Timeless. Love the music. The Genie, you can't replace Robin Williams as the Genie.
What about the new one?
You can definitely say the line's wrong and add extra songs, and it's still a good movie, but I don't know. I'm nostalgic, and I like the old things better than the new things.
Nostalgic. I mean, the member berries. That's the whole reason. Isn't that the whole reason they're making all these movies over again? You'd think they could, get new content instead.
Nah.
But this is safe, proven. I mean, I get it. But I mean, so stack them up next to each other. I mean, why do you like the original one? Is it all nostalgia, or are there other reasons you like the original one better?
The singing was better in the original one. Like, they were better singers.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see a little bit more talent. There were some new songs in the new one, which I thought were good additions. I mean, did you object to those songs, or?
I don't know.
Was it just again? Yeah, I mean, I get it.
It's hard to remake something because then you have people like me that are like, what's the point if you're gonna make everything the same? But the old is just as good. Like I don't know. Just this whole like remaking things into live action. I guess you kind of have to make it different, but then you upset people like me that like I just want it to be the original.
So you would have preferred it if it were just the original,
especially at one point. Action.
So what's that one point?
When Aladdin has his first meets Jasmine, and he's like, "Trust me," or "Do you trust me?" He asks, "Do you trust me?" And he asks it again, and then she realizes that, oh, this Prince Abu is actually Aladdin, and it builds trust and just with having, he didn't say it, he just said, "Just trust me." Like Prince Ali, sorry, a boo boo. I don't know. Isn't that what the guy made? A baba of a baba. See, I don't even know.
Ali Ababa, a babwa,
a babwa.
That's it. Yeah. And that's what. So I'm gonna take the opposite approach. I actually really like the remake. I can see your point about the original music. Honestly, I think nothing against the new singers, but I think the original singers were just a little bit better. I did like all the songs that were remade, with the exception of that one, Prince Ali Ababwa. I actually liked Will Smith's version of that better. I liked the new one of that better than the original. Aside from that song, though, I can see all the songs that were from the original were better sung in the original. And again, I think you guys did a great job. It's hard. It's kind of like when somebody remakes a Beatles song. I'm going to always like the Beatles song better. You're not going to beat it. And it's that type of case. So again, I enjoyed the music. Did you think the music was bad, or it just wasn't as good, and that's what's disappointing?
It wasn't as good as the original.
Yeah, and again, I think that can easily cause disappointment, and rightfully so. And so for me, though, I like the live action. I feel like it brought out some stuff. I mean, you have Jasmine being a little bit more modest, which
Oh
is
yeah.
she would have to be in that type of country,
Yeah.
especially. But even frankly, back in those times, she would have had to be more modest anywhere, not just the type of country they're in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But again, a little bit being the operative word there. But even when she went undercover, she actually went through some extra effort to do that, to sneak out. She had an attendant or whatever she was called, but her servant that was with her. I felt like they added some realism to it. Jafar, though, well, what were your thoughts on the movie Jafar, the live action versus the original?
He wasn't as menacing in the live action. Like, I'm like, okay, you don't scare me, and that's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Jafar in the original was a pretty scary dude. Like, you just look at him, you hear him talk, you're like, oh, yeah, this is a bad guy. Like, and the funny thing is, like, I feel like the live action, he was worse sometimes in his actions, right? But he still was just like, there's some guy. He didn't seem menacing. And I don't know if it's just that the guy, he just looked too normal and he just didn't have that menacing quality, that you'd want to see. And I guess, again, this may be an instance of just comparing him to the original Jafar, right? Because maybe that villain, without having that Jafar comparison from the cartoon, would have been fine.
Yeah.
But because we were used to this just terrifying looking Jafar, he just didn't seem so bad. He seemed like a Jafar light. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I think they changed a little bit with the no spoilers here, or at least we're trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible. I guess we'll put a spoiler disclaimer at the beginning, like, of this.
Trust me versus do you trust me? That's like spoiling it.
Yeah, I guess that is.
But maybe people need to be prepared.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, so there's some changes like that. But some of the dialogue later, like, I like Jafar's final wish. I don't remember the exact wording, but I feel like it was better than the cartoon. Again, there's just some of it kind of updating it for an older audience, right? So that we can better relate to it. With all that said, though, I'm going to actually be the contrarian, too, and say I liked Will Smith as a genie, not just with the Ala Ababa song, but I liked him as a genie overall. I thought he did a fantastic job. He was my favorite part of that movie, and I liked that they humanized the genie, too. Yeah. I feel like in the original, he was just the genie character, and he was a little bit over the top. And Robin Williams was, God rest his soul, was a fantastic comedian. I don't think the genie was his best work, though, honestly. I think that he's...
I think this is great. Luna really liked Aladdin. She wants to tell you that Will Smith had big slippers to fill, okay?
Well, Luna, what do you have to say about it, huh? Do you have something to say?
Could have been better. CGI Iago could have been better, right? No?
You have something to say, Luna? If you don't have something to say, you gotta leave us alone. I don't know. I mean, does that fit our brand? Do we leave that in the video?
I think it fits our brand. We're gonna make more money off of
let's,
Luna than
let's leave us to finish this review, though. Yeah, the bird. Yeah, again, there were definitely some downsides to the remake, but I really liked Will Smith as the genie, and he was, to me, the best part of that movie.
I think he did a good job. I was afraid that they were going to make him do, like, be Robin Williams' genie.
Right.
Like, no one can do that. Like, it's impossible. I didn't think it would be a good idea, but they did change a lot. He made it himself, you know, which does show that Will Smith is a very, diverse actor. So he definitely did a good job.
No, I agree, and that's the thing, yes, and there's no way Will Smith, honestly, again, I didn't really care for the original Genie that much.
I loved him.
But there's no way Will Smith could have played that role, right? He couldn't have replaced Robin Williams, but the way they do it, he's just a different character. He's not the Genie you remember from the original, I would say, right? Yeah. I mean, he's just a different Genie, and I like Will Smith's Genie, I really do, so... Hey, Will, if you're watching, I appreciate your work. I mean, from the beginning, I've appreciated your work, too. Like, people forget that he had a pretty successful career in like music, right? And then he became an actor and has had a very successful career. Like, that guy, it really is a talented artist. And again, you know, I know people have complained sometimes recently about his stuff, but I think Aladdin was well worth it. If you're really a purist and you don't want to watch remakes, then obviously don't watch it. But I'd recommend anyone who enjoyed the original to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, even you having liked the original better, don't you think it was worth watching?
It was worth watching. So yeah, I'll definitely give some other remakes that I didn't want to give a chance a watch.
All right, well, thank you. That's about it for this. So yeah, definitely recommend that movie. We do these every second Wednesday of the month. So check back. I know we'll do one for the Lion King we mentioned. We'll probably cover Beauty and the Beast at some point. We might cover Cinderella at some point. And then again, we're gonna branch out. We're not gonna just do Disney or just do these remakes. But these are just some easy things to start out with.
Disney, sponsor us. Then we'll do more.
Yeah, if Disney wants to pay us, I mean, I'll wear this hat every video if you want us to. But thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you guys Friday.
Stay silly and get Disney Plus. Oh, wait, and subscribe.
Yeah, we're really not sponsored by them. Stay silly and subscribe.